think what I'll remember the most from my Culver hockey experience is just being with the guys every single day, working together, working to get better with each other. Whether it's when we were at Nationals last year, which was one of the greatest times I've had, or just Tuesday grind practice beginning of the week. So just always being with the guys is probably the best part.
Honestly, it's the biggest opportunity I've ever had my whole life. My parents decided to give it to me. I know it'll take me places, hopefully, and I know it's worth what we go through every day.
If I have to think of the couple things I'd remember the most, it'd be the long bus trips at like 1 or 2 in the morning coming back from Shattuck when everyone's exhausted, but we're messing around on the bus, eating lunch together every day as a team, sitting on the other side of the dining hall away from everybody else because we think we're too cool. Being in the room with the guys, basically anything that has to do with that bonding with the guys. That's my favorite part.
My Culver hockey experience, I think it's given me an opportunity to succeed. I think if I didn't come to Culver, I wouldn't be where I am today. I know I've earned an opportunity to play college hockey, so that's cool. I wouldn't have been able to do that without Culver. So I think opportunity and success is really what my Culver hockey experience has meant to me.
Culver hockey it's different from all other hockey I think out there in the U16, U18, the AAA level, because we go through so much from the start of school, and it's not just about hockey, it's about academics and learning about leadership and becoming more of a full person than just a hockey player. And I think that's what separates Culver from a lot of the other schools and AAA programs out there, is that they're teaching so much more than just how to be a good hockey player, but that's just something that comes with it.
Growing up, it was always, like when someone got mad, you never really had someone to pick you up or help a teammate. But the thing I remember my first year at U16 is immediately on the bench, if someone had a bad shift, you were getting positivity from everyone, and everyone was supporting you. And I think that's something that's often overlooked in sports. So I think I've been really fortunate to have the teammates I've had and coaches, and just overall experience.
So, in the hockey world, there aren't many teams that really get along that well. And I've been through quite a few teams where there are cliques on the team and there are guys who don't get along with each other. And I never saw that with this team. Everybody was always getting along no matter what. We'd crack jokes all the time and sometimes pick on a few kids, but it was all out of fun. Nobody would really take it seriously. And we haven't had one issue this whole year between the guys. So I feel like that's something really special that you can't find in a lot of places.
In terms of hockey, it means everything to me. I think that I've developed the most that I could while I've been here. Just everything that it's kind of brought to my life. I feel like I've learned a lot outside of hockey as well, just kind of getting to work with so many different types of people, getting to know so many different types of people. It's just something that I'll always kind of take with me.
Culver hockey honestly means the world to me. Again, like I said before, just you mature and you just kind of understand the responsibilities of not just being a hockey player, but a student athlete, a student, and you're a military leadership position too. Just, you kind of have the whole package, and I think Culver gives you a lot more than just a regular hockey experience.
My Culver hockey experience, it's pretty much the pinnacle of my experience at Culver. So from coming to the rink as a new cadet and spending time with the guys, really getting to know people, then coming to the rink this year, his final year, your senior year, really know people really well. So Culver hockey was there for me and go through boards, stuff like that. It's been there for me in times where Culver was hard, and it was kind of an escape mechanism for me, especially at such a tough place. But I really enjoyed Culver, and the guys on the team really made Culver hockey what Culver hockey is.
Yeah, I think I'm really lucky. So at Culver, I think the hockey team is very privileged. You know, there's a few other teams that get to travel nationally and compete nationally against other teams. Most teams are limited to regional, so they play state level or they play, stick within the Midwest, but we're one of the few teams that gets to travel nationally, and so for that, we're really lucky. So the experiences and the memories we've made on the road are one thing that I'm fortunate for. I'm also lucky to have had the support that I have from my teammates as well as my coaches and mentors. Through hockey, I've made friendships in the classroom, friendship with teachers. They've followed our hockey. They've followed me through 4 years, watched me grow, and so I'd say I'm one of the luckiest persons at the school just to be able to play on the hockey team.
I'd like to thank all my parents.
I would say thank you to my parents.
My parents.
My parents.
Definitely. Just a thank you to my parents.
My grandparents and my father.
I'd like to say thank you to my parents first off for letting me enjoy such a great experience at Culver.
My parents.
My parents.
My parents.
Max Lerman, who was on our team last year, he's a character, and oh yeah, Max Lerman. So last year when we were at Nationals playing in the semifinal game, I think Nolan, who was on our line, kind of got hit over into our bench a little bit, and the guy was kind of throwing punches, and Max Lerman stepped up to defend him and started hitting the guy back, and Coach Palmer's real big on discipline and not hitting guys back after whistles, not retaliating, and so he started yelling at Max, and Max was used to getting yelled at by Coach, and he quickly sat down and started, I'm sorry coach, and he started rubbing his leg behind him, making it so that and then it really calmed down Coach. It was quite funny. It was like one of the funniest things I've seen. I've never seen someone like sit down and start rubbing his leg to calm him down. They both calmed down. It was hilarious. Probably last year when we were out east, Coach Palmer was giving us a pregame talk, and he wrote something on the board, and then he scratched his forehead, and he made a big Expo marker smudge on his forehead, and he didn't even know it, and we were all laughing, and he couldn't figure out what it was. It was pretty funny.
So we were playing Fox Motors, and Coach Palmer came into our locker room between periods, and we weren't playing that well that game. It was like when we were in Grand Rapids, and so he came in all mad and was like saying that we're playing with tunnel vision, and like I don't know if you're familiar with that song Tunnel Vision. Like it's like a rap song and there's a dance to it, and so like Coach is like, you guys are playing with tunnel vision, and then just in the background your brother's just there and he like does the dance to Tunnel Vision like super low key, and like everybody started cracking up while like Coach was super serious and like pissed off at everyone. So I don't know, it was just super funny because he was lightening the mood.
All right, so there's a lot, but my personal favorite was we were playing St. Louis. I believe it was in St. Louis, and we were winning 5-1. We were killing them. And so it's the end of the game, and Max Lerman scores a sweet goal, snipes a goalie. And he proceeds to skate down the ice and then ride his stick from blue line to blue line. Like ride on his stick like a horse, yeah. And it was hilarious, we were dying, but Coach Palmer freaked out on him. He got so mad, and Max was all happy because he scored and he had some sick celebration, and then he just got completely ripped on the bench. He's like, Coach, I'm sorry. And I just thought it was the funniest thing ever. I've never seen that before. Max was probably one of the funniest guys I've ever met. So I'm not surprised.
All right, so the funniest moment probably for me was last year. We had struggled the weekend before we got swept, and we're driving up to, I think it was St. Louis, and we stop at like an Italian place, and we always do the shoe check. And did they say this one? So it was okay. And Rune, our captain, who was always the posse guy, decides it would be really funny 3 hours before the game to shoe check Palmer. He crawls underneath the table and goes over and puts it on Coach's shoe, and we all thought Palmer was gonna like it a lot more. And I just remember Rune just got ripped apart for shoe checking Coach Palmer, and he apparently Rune's focus was not at the game, so I just remember that was being funny.
Work so hard, forgot how to vacation.